Good afternoon and welcome to APN. I'm Quinn.
And I'm Jacky. And for today's show, we'll be going over our school's new wellness center, behind the scenes of APN, and a tribute for Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
This week's show is sponsored by Nirvana India Cuisine. Today is the last day to get 20% off your entire meal by mentioning Arcadia High.
Hey, the air quality seems so much better than last week.
Yeah, I know. I was finally able to remove the towels from under my door.
It feels so good to see the blue skies and clouds again.
Perfect weather to spend our day off inside, worrying about the pandemic, wishing it was over. Anyways, without further ado,
welcome to show 2.
Last Friday, the women's rights movement lost an important icon, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Felix is here to reflect on her life and provide some insight on how her seat will be filled.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg was an icon. Born into an immigrant, lower-middle-class family in Brooklyn, Ginsburg knew what it was like to have to work hard to prove yourself and enact real change. After attending Columbia, Cornell, and Harvard University, Ginsburg began to make herself known through litigating sex discrimination cases for the ACLU, earning her the name the Notorious RBG. She was an unstoppable force who transformed the law and defied social conventions of her time.
Sense of individual autonomy, even in the face of majority action.
In 1993, RBG accepted President Bill Clinton's nomination and was only the second woman to serve as a justice on the U.S. Supreme Court.
RBG was a champion of women's rights and gender equity. She was essentially a trailblazer for the movement, and she created such a big part of the foundation for women's rights.
RBG persevered when other men were trying to hold her back, and she went on to positively impact the world and her community.
RBG's legacy will live on, but the future of the goddess is uncertain, with President Chen attempting to nominate a conservative female judge before the end of his current term.
In recent years, the Supreme Court has been fairly evenly split, with one swing vote in the middle that was Justice Kennedy. If Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat also goes towards a more conservative justice, then we will see a very reliably conservative Supreme Court for many, many, many years.
As a final tribute, Ruth Bader Ginsburg became the first woman to lie in state of the U.S. Capitals. Tuning next week as we follow the Supreme Court confirmation process. Felix Chen reporting for APN. Back to Quinn and Jacky.
Competing against high school students worldwide in the Breakthrough Junior Challenge, Arcadia's very own Weber Lin was announced as a finalist on Monday. Tasked to explain a big scientific idea in a short 3-minute video, Weber has a chance to win a $100,000 science lab for AHS. Winners will be announced in November, so we'll keep you updated. You got this, Weber. Good luck.
Quarantine is one of the main ways we're protecting ourselves from the threat of COVID-19. That isolation, however, can introduce other sets of problems that might affect our mental health. Here's Kevin with what Arcadia is doing to help with these problems.
It has been 6 months of quarantine, and aside from the global pandemic, mental health has also been a big concern. And as for some of us at home, quarantine has been extra hard.
I think that stress is definitely very prominent right now. A lot of people are definitely going through a lot. It is a little depressing, honestly, but it's cool. It's cool. I got it.
He isn't the only one feeling this way though. According to a survey run by the Youth Liberty Squad ACLU, 32% of students felt as though they needed mental health services during quarantine, and 23% of students rated their mental health wellness a 3 or below on a scale 1 through 10, tripling the amount of students who felt this way before quarantine. From the same survey, students were given an outlet for them to talk about what is stressing them out, and there were hundreds of responses, but the most important quote of them all: basically, nearly every student in California has been traumatized, said Melanie Cortrill, Executive Director of the California Association of School Psychologists. It's gotten to the point where schools want to hire more counselors to deal with all these issues, but what I really want to know is how AHS is handling this. So we sat down with our guidance counselor, Mrs. Deja Anderson, and here's what she had to say.
A lot of people are home now and feeling isolated, so even though we have technology, it's still not the same as seeing people in person, and so I think that isolation can be affecting mental health. I think really it's finding something you enjoy, because the whole point of doing something that's going to be a stress reduction activity, something you're going to enjoy to decrease your stress, but just finding something that helps kind of reduce your stress.
Please, don't feel as if you have to go through this alone. There are plenty of other people who feel the same way as you. The AUSD Wellness Center link is down below if you're ever feeling overwhelmed. And even if you're feeling fine, it doesn't hurt to check it out. This has been Kevin. Stay safe, stay strong, and keep vibing.
If you're considering applying to a four-year college, pay attention, because there's a mandatory meeting with Mr. Poon and Ms. Fitz next Friday, October 2nd at 1:30. This last chance open forum is a great opportunity to ask for any and all questions you may have about college applications. The Google Meet code will be emailed to you the morning of the event, and remember, this mandatory meeting is for all seniors applying for a four-year college. Don't miss out.
On a weekly basis, APN provides hard-hitting news from the safety of our own home. But now, there are new obstacles that make producing so much harder. Here's Harrison with how APN overcomes those problems.
Although you might be comfortable doing school from your room, there's no shortage of work going on in this new school environment for APN. Let's take a look at how we go about getting you guys information on this edition of Behind the Scenes.
APN consists of a variety of students who all have one main goal: inform and entertain.
We're a group of storytellers, and we tell stories about our community, school, sports, our city, politics, and our main goal is to inform our audience of peoples.
You probably have viewed one of our shows, watched a live stream, or even participated in APN's first ever esports tournament. But how we put a 15-minute episode together each week has been altered because of our new setting. APN uses the new shortened Monday schedule to check in with story producers, along with reviewing the previous show and figuring out who will be needing equipment that week. But don't be alarmed. Though we may not have our masks on during the show, we are following all COVID-19 protocols when we hand off set equipment and during our live interviews. We meet after school on Tuesday and Thursday once again to run through the script for the anchors and check in with story producers. The show's producer will then edit together the stories and anchor segments into one video. APN also consists of committees to help achieve other goals within the program.
So I joined the social media team because I wanted to further inform our audiences on different platforms. Because of this global pandemic, we are all quarantined in our homes. Therefore, our audiences have to get informed when our shows are scheduled and aired.
When making ads, I just think it's really cool how you could use a bunch of different camera movements and use your creative intellect to make this product that we're showcasing as interesting and as amazing as possible. It's a really fun and challenging experience to have, and I just really enjoy that.
Well, everyone, I hope the story found you both informed and entertained. It's our goal to bring you the best news every week. For now, this has been Harrison. Back to Quinn and Jacky.
Ever since our classes started taking place at home, most days I don't have the energy to get out of bed, let alone look presentable. So freshmen, why not start next week by attending classes in your pajamas? Linkroot is hosting a virtual Spirit Week, which includes Pajama Monday, Wholesome Wednesday, and even a TikTok competition. Use hashtag Arcadia Linkroot to compete against your peers, and the top 5 most liked videos will receive a prize.
Coming up, we'll have the latest information on college updates, free meals, and the update on the fire.
We'll be right back after this short break from our sponsor, Nirvana Indian Cuisine. Bold flavors, exotic spices, feed your soul.
Hey Jacky, how do I look?
Why are you dressed like that?
For pajama day.
Bruh, I literally said it's on Monday. Deciding what you're going to pursue for the next few years isn't exactly an easy decision. Luckily for you, next Tuesday to Friday, there will be an online presentations held by hundreds of different colleges from 28 states and 7 countries. Check out the link down below for more information and registration.
Seniors grinding through college applications are finding that this year's admissions process is a brand new world filled with pandemic challenges. Lawrence brings us the latest on a few new changes to college admissions.
Hey Arcadia. So, what 3 adjectives describe this year's college admission season? Well, stressful, tiring, and most importantly, different. In response to the limitations that the pandemic presents, colleges across the U.S. have rapidly changed the way that students learn about and apply to higher education. Many institutions have gone test optional or test blind, meaning that standardized test scores are merely considered as part of a holistic review or not considered at all due to the difficulty of testing during the pandemic. Universities have also made major changes to the application timeline.
Some colleges are postponing their deadlines, their application deadlines, or they might be adding new deadline options to accommodate students who may be having a harder time deciding.
Furthermore, those involved in college admissions have added new online tools to connect with and assess applicants. For example, the Common Application and other college forums have added spaces for students to describe the impacts COVID-19 has had on them. Admissions departments have also expanded interview options, joined online college fairs, and added innovative application sections like video response questions.
Students can sit in on, virtual information sessions with admission reps. Colleges have completely revamped or created, virtual campus tours. Students can even sit in on college classes virtually.
For students, the ever-changing landscape has forced them to find unique outlets for information.
Another way I've been staying updated is, honestly, things like social media. Colleges have been slowly getting better at using that to connect with students. So you'll see things from different colleges on social media about different issues and new updates that they're going on.
The Arcadia High School College and Career Center recently updated their website with a plethora of announcements, information, and opportunities. Check it out at the link on the screen. Make sure to keep up with those deadlines, seniors. Well, I gotta go work on my college apps now. This has been Lawrence. Let's head back to Quinn and Jacky.
As the weeks pass and the pandemic continues, many families are left uncertain on when their next meal will come. But thanks to a newly implemented food distribution program, the unsung staff of AOSD and schools nationwide have came together to provide meals for students across the nation.
On September 2nd, the United States Department of Agriculture implemented Free Meals for Kids, a program that allows students 18 years old and younger to receive free meals from schools across the nation. This program gives children access to free and healthy foods, and families facing economic challenges or other related issues can receive help at any school that the program supports.
It's being addressed by certain groups like the School Nutrition Association is trying to advocate for us with the USDA.
Ever since campuses closed in March, our nutrition workers in particular have been handing out food every weekday from 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. at the PAC. Staff members who distribute the food and anyone who receives it all follow social distancing and disinfection guidelines in order to ensure the least risk possible.
When the parents enter the driveway, they'll stop at Tina, and she'll show us through the window how many students will be receiving meals, and then our staff members will place it on a cart for safe social distancing pickup.
However, this program is not without its difficulties, as the free meals provided to students are only partially reimbursed by the program.
Our self-funded program lost a lot of money, but our purpose is to feed the students nutritious meals.
Special thanks to the staff of AOC for supporting us during these difficult times. The next time you pick up a free meal, be sure to say hi and give them a warm thank you. This has been Ricky, reporting for APN.
After 20 days of burning, the Bobcat fire has spread over 100,000 acres, while its containment is still only 39%. Thankfully, our hardworking firefighters were able to save San Gabriel's Peak, Mount Wilson. Best of wishes to all the people living near the foothills and in Antelope Valley who are currently being affected by the fire. Alright, that's everything we have here on APN.
Thank you for making it to the end of our show. We'll be right back next week with the latest updates, information, and more. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media down below, and don't forget to mention Arcadia High for 20% off your next order at Nirvana Indian Cuisine.
This deal only lasts to the end of the day, so get it while you can.
And if you want to sponsor any of our future shows, make sure to email us at apachenews@ausd.net. This has been Jacky
and Quinn. Enjoy the 3-day week in Arcadia.